welcome back to my channel. The last time, if you remember, we were talking about parallel universes. And we were saying that there are so many realities that we are not aware of because of our level of consciousness. So, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how you can raise your vibration and expand your level of consciousness. So, everything in your life plays a role in the creation of your existence, and you have a choice over every single detail of it. You create who you are, and you create what you have at will. This is how much power you have. Although many people think that this is not real because they are not able to understand it nor apply it. And they just think these are some weird random theories. But the reason they can't apply it is not because it's not real, but because they don't vibrate at the right frequency to be able to access and manifest such energy. So we have to be constantly working on ourselves to expand our level of consciousness. And you can think about it this way. Your perception is equal to your vibration, and thus to your level of consciousness. In other words, what you're able to understand is directly proportional to your vibrational level. The higher you vibrate, the more aware you become. So before I move on to the points that I want to make themselves, I want to mention really quickly two very important things. So first thing, there will always be fluctuations in your energy. One day you will vibrate higher, and another day you will vibrate lower. But both experiences are equally important. Having a high vibration doesn't mean that you will always stay on that same high vibes frequency, but it means that you understand that everything is a temporary experience that is still part of the same process, just as each and every thread are part of the same canvas. And it is not about getting stuck into polarity and into thinking this is a good vibration, this is a bad vibration. But it is about transcending duality. It's about raising above it. And secondly, there is no specific time or way in which evolution happens. But each experience is unique in its own way. You shouldn't do something just because I say it, or because somebody else is saying it and you just think we are right, because then you would just be going on autopilot. You would be going based on some concepts that you have just inherited, the same that we did with the information that came down to us from our parents, teachers, and so on. But what I want you to do is to use the information that I share with you as a seed, and from there start discovering your own path, your own experience. Because the main key is becoming aware, understanding, and transcending limiting beliefs. So how can you actually do this? The first thing that I want to talk about is meditation. Meditation is a very effective way to raise both your vibration and expand your level of consciousness, because it changes both your inner state and your vision for your long-term experience. Meditation puts you in contact with the unknown, with that place in which everything exists as a form of possibility, from that place that contains infinite knowledge, and from which infinity itself exists in its most authentic form. As you meditate, you can connect with your authentic form of energy, consciousness. So be open to experiencing and literally playing with these states that, with a little bit of practice and perseverance, will open many doors for you. So another thing that I want to mention besides meditation is non-observation. Remember when I was saying that the simple fact that you place your attention on a certain thing manifested on a physical level? Well, by non-observation is that you observe something without actually paying attention to it. This exercise will help you come in contact with your energy field and with the energy that creates your environment. So, what exactly do you need to do? Well, let's say you're looking at your hand. I want you to reach out, extend your hand, and start looking at a fixed point on your hand. But don't actually pay attention to it. It's like if you were looking through it. Look blankly at it. And at some point, you will eventually start to notice like an energetic contour around your hand. It's like a very thin, transparent outline of energy. And with a little practice, it will eventually start getting a color. This is your aura. Or let's say, for example, that you're looking at an inanimate object. So let's say, for example, you're taking this highlighter, okay? And you're gonna be placing far away from you. You're gonna extend your hand and you're gonna be looking at it, but looking through it. You're gonna apply the same non-observation exercise. And at some point, you're gonna start seeing the same energy outline around the highlighter. And when you will eventually start moving a little bit the highlighter, you're gonna be observing how the energy of the highlighter starts interfering with the energy of the background. So the things in the background and around it, the energy of everything around it is gonna start moving, vibrating, and interfering with the energy of the highlighter. In other words, by doing this exercise, you will start to become aware of the energetic nature of reality, and you will literally see the energetic waves that form reality. Again, be open to playing and experimenting with these things. And at some point, you'll begin to see it naturally, sometimes even without intention. This will expand your level of consciousness, and you will be able to experiment with the non-physicality of reality. And as you practice and discover more, you will start to notice how weird and unreal our existence actually is. And this will increase both your vibration and your level of consciousness as you start perceiving more. Another very important thing to consider if you want to increase your vibration is the food that you eat. So think of it this way, like anything else, the food that we eat also has a vibration, a frequency, which can be either higher or lower. If, for example, your diet consists mainly on meat and animal products of any kind, their vibration is gonna be very low. Why? First of all, because they are no longer alive. They do no longer have life. And so the moment that an animal dies, its physical body is gonna start to lose energy, is gonna lower its frequency, its vibration, because it will slowly start to disintegrate. And depending on the life experience of that animal, the products that it produces, being milk, eggs, and so on, can also be more or less vibrational. Not in the sense that it can have a higher frequency, but in the sense that in the category of low vibrational, it can be either low or very low. And I'm not gonna go into the ethics of animal consumption or into the pain and suffering that those animals go through, but just think that that energy, that so low vibrational energy of pain, starts accumulating into its physical body, into its milk, into its eggs, and so on. And that exact vibration of pain and suffering is the one that you are accumulating in your body by its consumption. And the same thing applies to processed foods. Instead, fruits and vegetables are very high vibrational because they are alive. But in their case, its vibration also can vary depending on how the fruits and vegetables are prepared. There are many vegan diets that, even though they're vegan, so they are mainly fruits and vegetables, they are mainly based on processed products, frozen foods, ready-to-eat types of foods, and so on. And so even though they are alive, they are high vibrational, their vibration was lowered in the process of processing it. So the simple fact that we're talking about fruits and vegetables does not necessarily equal high vibrational foods. And the same thing applies to cooked meals, cooked food. While we are cooking food, we are changing its original state and thus its frequency. And we do all feel this by the so typical fatigue and tiredness after we eat a meal. We get lazy, we get tired, we just want to take a nap. And that is because the low vibration of those foods not only make it harder for our system to digest the food, but it doesn't even give us the energy, the sufficient energy to make the digestion. And so our body has to be literally working harder to digest foods that have a lower vibration, and thus we're gonna feel tired. So what are the most high vibrational foods? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and so on, either raw or very minimally cooked, will provide us with the highest amount of energy and the highest vibrations. And remember that what you eat is what you become. So we should all be very careful with our diets, especially if you are trying to raise your vibration. Another very important point that I want to talk about is your environment. The space that you're in, its vibration, the people around you, their frequency, the movies that you watch, the information that you come in contact with, and so on. And this point is particularly important because based on the energy of your environment, everything is gonna keep expanding from that level. Whether if we're talking about your inner environment, your inner state, or your outer environment. And so the vibration of your environment might be very subtle, and you might not actually realize at first whether if it's a high vibrational frequency, a high vibrational space, or a low vibrational space. But you can figure this out by asking yourself two very simple questions. The first one is, what type of energy does a certain thing or person transmit? And the second one is, how does it make you feel? Both questions, as you can see, are very similar and they're saying basically the same thing. It's just worded differently. The first question refers to the energy, the frequency that comes from that thing or that person, and the second question refers to how you perceive that energy to be. So for example, if you have people around you that are lower vibrational, they're negative or even toxic, even though you are a high vibrational person and you have a very expanded level of consciousness, it's gonna be harder for you to maintain your high vibes around them because they're literally gonna be sucking your energy, they're gonna be stealing your energy. You will be consuming a lot of your energy trying to raise their vibration or trying to make them feel better or understand. Just in the same way that our digestion gets tired if we feed it lower vibrational foods. And the same thing applies to the things that you watch. Let's say you're watching a movie trying to relax, and if the energy of that movie is negative, it promotes limiting beliefs, ego, and so on, the same concepts are gonna be transmitted to you. And I noticed this a lot in cartoons for little kids. They're full of aggressivity, separation, but these things are just being masked by cute and funny characters in funny situations. But what that kid is gonna perceive is all the negative energy and the subliminal messages that he will continue to be reproducing in the same subtle way, because that is what he learned. This is the energy that the so-called innocent promote and normalize. So always try to surround yourself with positive people, motivational people that always try to bring you up instead of overwhelming you with negativity. Also try to stay in contact with information that is high vibrational, that you have something to learn from it, or that it provides you something positive at all. Because what happens is, if we are in contact with a certain type of energy for longer periods of time, we have a tendency to adjust and take over that energy as our own. And so we start projecting that frequency on many other planes in our life. So always make sure that your environment is high vibrational. Another very important thing that I want to mention is the story that you tell yourself every single day and the intentions that you set. Remember that you're a multi-dimensional being in a human body, which means your nature is infinite. And the only thing that actually shape your reality are the labels that you identify with and that you believe in. Think about what your first thoughts are when you wake up in the morning. What do you think about yourself? What intentions you set for the day that you're just beginning? How do you talk to yourself mentally? All these thoughts are a possibility in the infinite energy around you. And the only reason they are manifested is because you place your attention on them. You think about them, that's what you focus on. They manifest into your experience because you expect them to be there and because you actually believe you will find them there. And keep in mind that I did not mention whether these things are positive or negative, but your mind has already given them a meaning. So the vibration of your experience depends mainly on your vibration, on the vibration of the choices that you consciously or unconsciously make every single moment of the day. When you wake up in the morning, set the conscious intention that it's going to be a good day, that no matter how the events will unfold throughout the day, you will be able to transcend duality and keep a positive vibration. So start by setting positive intentions and actually feeling them in the present moment. Don't wait for something good to happen in your outside world to make you feel good. Set the intention and feel that right now to be further manifesting that good vibrations, that positive vibrations throughout your day. Another really big thing is gratitude. Focus your attention on the things and experiences in your life that you are actually grateful for. Gratitude is a very high vibrational emotion. And so when you place yourself in that vibration of being grateful, you will be further manifesting reasons to be grateful for. Remember that everything you manifest on a physical level is because you place your attention on that form of energy. So place your attention on things that make you feel happy, that make you feel love. And the same thing happens the other way around. If, let's say, you find yourself stuck in negative emotions, realize that the only way to find a solution is to raise above the problem, above duality. You cannot unstuck something from the same vibration that it got stuck to begin with. And the last thing that I want to mention is music. The music that you listen to has a very high impact on your vibration, not only from the perspective of the message that is sending through, but also from the perspective of the actual frequency that it has. So think about it. What music do you listen to? What message and what emotion is sending you through? Is it love and happiness and understanding? Or is it limitation, pain, and negativity? I personally listen to a lot of music with different frequencies. 432 is a really big one that I like, which is very good for healing. It has a very strong relationship to the heart chakra, so it promotes love, balance, and so on. I also like the sounds of nature and things like that, and binaural beats, which actually interfere with our brainwave frequencies and have literally the ability to change not only our mood but our perspective on long term. I'm gonna stop here for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this information helps you, and if you enjoyed the video, you can help me by hitting the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you on the next time. Light and love.